Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I want to talk to you guys about light days for a little bit. Now for me, I'm currently running full body 3 days a week again, and I am making pretty good progress on all of my lifts right now doing so. And today I ran into a bit of a hiccup. For the past 5 sessions, I have hit a PR on at least one lift every single time I have trained. Today I felt a little rough, slightly sick to my stomach, and I went ahead and went to train anyways. I had a little bit of a headache. I started lifting and I had no strength, and I felt like I was going to vomit even on my warm-up sets on my squats. So I gave it a really light day. Now, just on Wednesday, 2 days ago, I hit 205 kilos on beltless squats for 5 reps. Today I did 180 for 5, and it felt heavy and it felt like it was all I could do, really. So 25 kilos difference. That's around 60 pounds difference for the Americans on the exact same number of reps on one of my main lifts. I decided not to do any real pulling. I did some behind the neck presses, not push presses, just regular behind the neck presses, a set of tricep extensions, 1 set of face pulls, some crunches, and I went home. Today was a lighter day, and it kind of begs the question. People will say, well, do light days really help? Why do some of these experts write programs, and I mean top experts who write programs for professional athletes, sometimes have a light day scheduled in, or people take their light days, do they really help? And the answer is yes. This is something that people forget. When it comes to sparking protein synthesis, yeah, there's more to lifting than protein synthesis, but when you go back through and you take a lighter session that reinitiates an increase in muscle protein synthesis in a target muscle or set of muscles, it reinforces previous training loads. So you can still grow off of the lighter loads. For example, if I took 2 sessions and I worked with sub-maximum weight on squats, I would still be reinforcing the PR I had hit a week before by re-sparking the protein synthesis. And deloads work off the same principle. You actually gain muscle on your deload weeks, and then you gain even more muscle the week following a deload week, if you sufficiently overreached enough to stimulate new growth with the overreaching. Now, if you didn't, then you might not make any progress from it. You might actually lose just a tiny bit. So it depends on how well you overreached versus underreached there. But lighter days do that, and people will say, well, how much could you really gain from that? Well, I would point back out that literally every muscle in my body got worked today. Because I also came home and did a set of bodyweight chin-ups. Did it reinforce all your incline benching or bench pressing and your deadlifts? And the answer is yes, because of the squats. The squats work virtually everything but your arms and your chest. And anyone who doesn't understand that the squat works the hamstrings and it works the lats needs to go back and study some basic anatomy again, brush up on the information. Because if you don't realize that the lats are heavily activated in a squat or by hip extension, then you clearly need to go do some research on the thoracico-lumbar sling. And if you go look at that, you will very quickly realize, and you look at the function of how that ties in together and works, you will realize that squats and deadlifts are a lat exercise. They might not work it as well as a weighted chin-up or a weighted pull-up, but they do stimulate it quite significantly. Enough so to stimulate hypertrophy. So I worked all that. Same with my behind the neck press. It worked most of my upper body pressing muscles, all my traps. It worked my delts, my triceps, my pecs. Maybe it didn't hit the pecs as well as the incline benches, but it's enough to reinforce the training from 2 days ago. So these lighter days do pay off, and if that's all you can do because you are sick, then you go in and you do your lighter day, you see what you're capable of. But remember, those lighter days, whether they're scheduled or unscheduled, still reinforce the training from the previous work. So they absolutely have benefits. All right, guys, so that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it has been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.